Sure. So good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this month's NITheCS Micro School on writing lecture notes to articles, writing with LaTeX and Mathpix. The presenter for this micro school is Dr. Ali Raza. He is a postdoctoral researcher at Stellenbosch University. He obtained his PhD from the Abdus Salam School of Mathematical Sciences at the Government College University in Lahore, Pakistan in 2023. Since then, he has been a researcher and a lecturer for about 2 or 3 years now. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe you're a very experienced lecturer and researcher by now, so the best possible person to be teaching us about writing lecture notes and papers and presentations with LaTeX. So yeah, we're in good hands. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the chat or in the Q&A, and we'll get to them towards the end of the lecture today. With that, don't want to take up any more of your time. I'd like to hand over to Dr. Ali Raza, please.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, for, Dean, for introducing me and giving me opportunity to present at NITheCS platform. So hopefully it will be a nice meeting for today. So my title of mini school lecture one is from lecture notes to articles writing with LaTeX and Mathpix. So here is the because actually normally when we are presenting, so we move quickly from the title page to the next page, outline and the main body of the presentations. But as this is a lectures, as this is a LaTeX writing seminar, so this is the title. I will show you in a moment everything I will demonstrate on LaTeX. Means how can we prepare the title page and then the further slides, lecture notes, and articles. So this is the subtitle, and this is the title, and this is the subtitle, Mini School NITheCS Lecture 1. And here is you add your informations, author informations and the affiliations. And after affiliation, you can means add the logo of your institute. For example, I'm associating with the NITheCS, so I added the logo of NITheCS, and uh, so here is the date, and it's I think wonderful to write the link of your website or your profile. Currently, I am postdoctorate researcher at Stellenbosch University, and here is the link. Okay, so in this lecture, first lecture will be consist of four things. I will explain something about. I will explain the basics and introductions of LaTeX, and then I will talk about overleaf, and then I will present the tool which is very helpful for writing the lecture notes, and sometimes we can deal with articles and their components in a very easier way. And then at the end, I will conclude my presentations to the lecture. Uh, okay, so the mini school introduce. I will this will be the practical seminar. So if you have any question at any time, you can ask me, you can stop me, you can send the message in a chat box, and I will respond to that. Okay, so as this is the abstract page, and in every page, I will write the LaTeX input syntax and code to demonstrate uh, how we can prepare a nice documents on LaTeX. Okay, so I'm now moving from a presentation mode to uh, LaTeX page. Uh, so LaTeX writing tools. First, let's talk about the LaTeX writing tools. Some of the tools are online tools and available online for free, and some of the tools are offline. I will show you in a moment. So first is LaTeX, a document preparation system for high quality typesetting, and the Overleaf is a software for running a collaborative cloud-based LaTeX editor. And then the third thing is the Mathpix, which focus on saving people time when writing math on call, cell phone, or computer. It makes it very easier to deal with the LaTeX and writing, especially with the mathematical equations. And the LaTeX offline editors are one of the most efficient is TextMaker, which is free and open source LaTeX editor. And second is the Text Studio, which is also open source LaTeX editor, and this is also free. And these are the editors, but we also, in order to edit our documents in TextMaker and Text Studio, we need a text distributions, which is most, I think, MIG-TeX is the most suitable for the Windows, and we have other for Mac operating system and Linux operating system as well. Introduction to LaTeX. LaTeX is a document preparation system for high quality typesetting. LaTeX is most often used for medium to large technical or scientific documents. Uh, Okay, so here is the LaTeX code. I will demonstrate in a moment. Maybe some of you guys already know this, but this is the LaTeX code. I used the first object here is the
Sorry to interrupt,
block.
Dr. Raza. We
Yeah.
can't see the code that you're referring to. We just still see the Chrome tab with your lecture note slides, still on slide 1.
Okay. Let me share the screen again. Okay. Can you see the slides moving now?
Yes, now we can see them.
Okay. Okay. Cool. So. Here, this is the first page abstract of my today lecture, and here is the code of the abstract. We I use the LaTeX command, which is a begin block, and I write the title of the block is the abstract, and I use the justify to justify the text, and then I edit my abstract, and then you have to end the block. So this is first object. So there are there are actually there are some LaTeX online writing tools. The most uh, popular one is Overleaf. So Overleaf is an online editor, which is uh, for basic use it's free, but it's for advanced use you have to purchase it. But for basic use it's free. Mathpix, which is actually a very efficient tool to deal with the mathematical equations. And LaTeX is a document preparation system for the high quality typesetting. And here, the TextMaker and the Text Studio are two open source LaTeX editor, and plus with the MATTEX distributions. So you can't edit without the MIG-TeX distributions. So this is available for the Windows operating system, Linux operating system, and Mac operating system. So introduction to LaTeX. So here, there are two objects, introduction to LaTeX, and LaTeX is document preparation system for high quality typesetting, and is the most often used for medium to large technical or scientific documents. So here are two objects. The first object is the block, and the second object is the enumerates, the numbering, the bullets points. So for the first element, I use the LaTeX code block, and then for the second element, I use the LaTeX code enumerate to add the bullets point 1 and bullet point 2. And here is the third object. So as we prepare documents on LaTeX, so what kind of documents? So the first kind of document is the report thesis. For example, some of you guys are writing your thesis. It may be your honor thesis, master thesis, and maybe the PhD thesis. So the first type of there are some standard documents classes in LaTeX. So the first one is the report writing or thesis writing. For longer reports containing several chapters, short books, thesis, etc., you need the document class report. And the LaTeX code for that is / document class and report. And then the second second document class is article. Means, for example, once you are done with your thesis, or maybe you are writing your thesis, and during the thesis you completed one of the chapter and you want to publish it, and now you want to write an article. So the document class for writing scientific articles or short reports or simple documents uh, will fall in the class of document class, right? So here is the LaTeX code for that. So Beamer class for normally used for presentation slides. So there are two types of, one is the old one, which is the slide, and one is the modern one, which is the Beamer. So these days we are normally using the document class Beamer for preparing the lecture slide. And the fourth one is the letter for writing formal letters. The document class is letter. And for book writing, we can use the LaTeX document class book. So here are the five standard document classes. Means either if you have to write thesis, you will use the first, and for article second, for slides third, and so on. So LaTeX features. It controls over large documents containing sectioning, cross references, tables, and figures. Typesetting for complex mathematical formulas. Advanced typesetting for mathematics with AMS LaTeX. So it's a automatic generation for bibliographies and indexes, multilingual typesetting, inclusion of artwork, and process or spot colors, countless available packages to allow you to do almost anything. So it uses the plain text document with LaTeX command that is typeset to produce an output in PDF. Okay, so the first thing, how to get LaTeX. So LaTeX is available for free to install on your computer. So this is the website where you can see the uh, information about the documentation preparation system, and you can visit this website to learn more about the LaTeX project. And the second thing is the MIG-tags. MIG-tags is actually the LaTeX distribution uh, to edit your LaTeX document on your computer, on your laptop, on your desktop. Okay, so but MIG-tags is most popular for Windows operating system. For Mac operating system, you have to use the MacTeX, whose website is MacTeX distribution. Here is the link, and I will share the slides after the presentations, so you can use this source. Okay, so you can use this source to download the uh, MacTeX distribution on your uh, before editing your documents. Okay. Okay. So then we have a Overleaf. Overleaf is a cloud-based online LaTeX online editor. So you can use online Overleaf. So in this class, we will be working on this, but no need to deal with installation update. Uh, so it requires internet. So in today's lectures, we will deal with, we will using the Overleaf for this class. And then for this is the online. For offline, we have TextMaker and Text Studio for editing. I will also demonstrate some of the working on TextMaker. I'm using TextMaker. You can also means check which text editor is convenient for you to use. Or I'm convenient. I'm means easy with TextMaker, so that's why I'm using the TextMaker. Okay, so kindly, okay, so there is a message for LaTeX. Okay, so I think I will suggest to use Overleaf. I think, okay, so for the moment, you can use Overleaf. I shared the link in the chat box, but it's not fruitful to download because it takes a bit time. So you can download it later, but I will show you how you can download the text maker. But first step is because it's take a bit of time. So first step is to download NITheCS. So NITheCS is actually is a distribution before uh, without installing NITheCS, you can't edit anything on the text maker, right? So before installing text maker, there are two things. The first thing is the distribution, which is the first thing is the distribution, which is the NITheCS. You have to download and install it first using the link I'm sharing in a chat box. So first link is NITheCS. You have to download for Windows if you are on Windows operating system, and for Mac operating system or for Linux and so on. It depends which operating system you are using. Okay, so the first thing you need to install the NITheCS. The second thing is the text editor. So you will be the second thing you need to download is the text maker. The text maker is the editor, or maybe text studio. You can it depends on your uh, on which platform you are convenient. Okay, so the third step is once you have NITheCS and text maker in your hand, then you can start editing and start writing your documents. Okay. Okay. So let's start with overleaf. So overleaf, I shared the link in the chat box. You can use the link from you can use the link, and here you will see this window. Maybe some of you need to create account if you don't have already. You have to register for that. Maybe it will be convenient if you are signing in using Google account. It will be easier to sign in using or sign up using the Google account. Okay, so once uh, I can wait if if you need to sign in or sign up. Okay, so if you already have account on Overleaf, you can uh, s- send OK in the text box so that I can uh, discuss further things. Okay, so click on the new project and select the uh, blank project. So here you can click on the new project for here on the left top corner. Okay, so you will see four options: blank project, example project, upload project, and import from GitHub. So it's better to start with a blank project. So if you so lecture one, the NETEC mini school. Okay, so uh, you can write the name of your project. Maybe if you are working on a lecture, or maybe if you are writing a book or writing a article, you can start with a blank project. Create. So a blank project will be created, and here you will see the main components. The first thing is the first two things, the document class. It says you are working on an article now, and the second is the graphics package. So I will discuss what are the packages and why we need packages in order to work on or write our uh, document or create our document on LaTeX. And the third thing is the document information. For example, the title of the documents, the author name, author informations, its affiliations, and then date and so on. And then here we have, let me just categorize it. So here, the first thing is the preamble, and the second is the information about the author. authors, and the third thing is the main body of the document. Okay, so there are three things. So in every time, if you are writing a table, if you are adding a picture, if you are adding a special object like equations, so you require three things. The first thing is the first thing you will be needed will be the graphics package, right? And then you need a LaTeX code or syntax for writing equations, or for creating a table, or uh, for example, if you are going to create a advanced subject like text pictures, so you will be needed two things: the graphics package and a LaTeX code. Okay, so first thing is you created a new project on the overleaf. A file called main.txt is created and automatically typeset. Typesetting is performed by clicking recompile or by short key. So if you are on a overleaf, so you can see the compile button here. So if you are editing anything, so for example, this is section 1, which is introduction. Let me just write the second section, which is on, let's say it's on, currently we are discussing LaTeX. So if we are changing anything on the document, uh, on the left side where we can edit our the code editor. So if you are editing anything here, then we have to recompile to show on the uh, output. So one thing is the introduction, and the second thing is the LaTeX. So first section is introduction, and the second section is LaTeX. If you want to create a subsection, so for subsection, you have to write the command in the code editor subsection. And for example, in subsection, if we want to discuss the, for example, article, or maybe if you want to discuss the about Beamer for creating presentation. So uh, if you are writing anything on the code editor, so you have to recompile to view as a output, right, on the right hand side, which is a source viewer. Okay, so I'm going back to the presentation slide. Okay, so you can recompile to show the output, and errors and warnings are indicated in source viewer and or when typesetting. So if you are having errors, it means uh, there is some mistakes in the code editor. So it's good if you have errors. It means you are learning. So files, text, images, etc. can be uploaded and managed in the left panel. So for example, here you can see the left panel. So in the left panel, you can see the main text. For example, here you will see the pictures, you will see the images, you will see the text file. So currently we have main.txt file, right? If you want to add a picture here, for example, I will show you how to add pictures in your LaTeX. So you can add picture here, for example, in pictures, for example, maybe, uh, okay, so this is the taxify picture, and you can select it and you can add it. So now you can see the picture, the taxify. This is the online source where you can find the LaTeX code for the symbol. Most of the symbols are available on internet, but if you are having issues with finding a symbols online, you can detoxify by drawing uh, a symbol similar to the symbol you are looking for. You can draw it and then you can check, for example. So let me just change the detaxify. Let me just rename it. So here on the left panel, you can see the picture. So this is how you will add the picture. So now I'm okay. So going back to presentation slides. So files can be uploaded on, okay. So here is the basic LaTeX document we just created. So on the left-hand side, you can see the code, which is uh, the consist of three components. The first one is the first one contains the packages. Second one information, author information, and the third one is the main body. So preamble, document class, and all the packages. And maybe the macros I will discuss in a moment. And then you have document information and main body, right? So this is on the right hand side, you can see the output. I just show you. Now understanding frames in Beamer. So each frame project is made up of series of frames. Each frame produce one or more slides depending on the overlays, which will be discussed later. So a frame is created using the frame environment and may come in one of the following forms. For example, begin frame, frame title, or maybe you can also add the title and the subtitle. And there are three alignments. You can add the text in the Beamer for centered, which is default, and for top alignment, you can use the T for that. And for bottom alignment, you can use the B. You can use B for that. Okay. So here, let me show you how you can deal with the Beamer. Let's go to home, and here you will see uh, maybe new project, and in new project you can see the templates for journal articles, for books, for formal letters, assignments, posters, presentations, reports, and for example we are looking for presentations. So here you can see the different templates for presentations. So let me just okay, so this is one way, or maybe the other way is you can we can take the help from the chat GPT. So create a basic template for Beamer on for LaTeX. Okay, so maybe you can, if you, because the it will not create the advanced one, but for the moment, let's say we just need the basic one. I'm just copying the first part of the presentation, which is actually, uh, okay, so let's go to Overleaf and let's start with the new project. Okay, create a new project, start with Beamer. Okay, so I'm copying. Okay, so now let's just recompile it. So you will see the error. Okay, so how to fix this? So it's let me just see. Let me just bring. Okay, so there is no. Let's go back there. Okay, so we have to copy at least one frame. Okay, so recompile it. Okay, here we go. So uh, the first frame should be the title page, right? So here, this is a short title, your presentation title, and optional subtitle, your name, and maybe the name of your university. Maybe, okay, Stellenbosch. So this is the uh, basic document for creating a presentations. For presentation, you will use the document class on LaTeX Beamer. Okay, so again, we have three components. The first component in the code editor for creating a presentation is the uh, preamble, which is where you write all the packages, and second is the author information and the document information, and the third thing is the main body. Okay, now if you want to create new frame or new page in your presentation or new slide, you have to write begin and frame. Okay, so we discussed three things here: the alignments, the top alignments, the bottom alignments, and the, so currently there is nothing here. So this is the blank presentation page. If you want to write the title, so we can write the title here. For that, okay, so now you can see the title. So how we can write the title? By uh, using these brackets, and you can add the title. For example, if your first chapter is introduction, so you can write the introduction here. Okay, so now if you want to add the subtitle, maybe you can add the subtitle here as well. Okay, so in this mini school, we mainly focusing on two things. The first one is the first thing is the lecture notes, how we will write lecture notes, and the second thing is maybe we can uh, prepare our lecture slides, and the lecture notes, we for that we will use the document class article, or maybe we can use the report, and the for article writing we will discuss, we will use the document class article, and we will discuss the components of lecture writing and the article writing. Okay, so let me just add few of the, okay, so the thing is I did not use the Mathpix yet. So let me just introduce Mathpix. What is actually Mathpix? Mathpix is a snipping tool, just like snipping picture. For example, this is a snipping picture. If I want to snip, if I want to capture, for example, this text as a picture, so I will use the snipping tool, uh, which will convert this page into a picture. Okay, so in the same way, we have a snipping tool which will snip the equations or text and convert into the LaTeX. So for example, this is the text I am snipping using the Mathpix. So it will convert this text uh, into the LaTeX writing. So here you can see the original text, and then here it is the LaTeX text, and currently there is no mathematical equations here. For example, if we have any mathematical equations, and I will show you this tool is mostly used and efficient for snipping mathematical equations from pictures into LaTeX. For example, if you have a handwriting uh, of your calculation, you can use the Mathpix snip tool to convert into your LaTeX code. Okay, so let me just copy this and okay, so and paste this uh, in the first slide, right? Okay, so here it it does not look much better for, okay, so okay, so let me just begin with the block. Okay, so okay, so here is a block. So in block, just write this text and let's see. So there are some errors in this. Okay, so how to fix this? Okay, now it's fine. So each beamer, uh, so mainly this tool is for snipping mathematical equations. For example, let me just show you guys if uh, okay. So let me open these lecture notes. Okay, so this is the lecture notes. You can see I created these lecture notes on uh, LaTeX. Okay, so and we will learn how we can create this kind of lecture notes on uh, LaTeX. So this is now mathematical equations. So I just snip these three equations containing mathematical symbol, and I'm converting into the LaTeX text. So here you can see the confidence of the snipping tool. So the confidence is maximum. It means Most of the information we are snipping using Mathpix uh, should be correct. Okay, now let me just paste it here. So in the block, let me just paste it here and recompile the document. And you can see here we have, okay, so in the block, we need to write the title as well. So maths equations. And okay, so the first thing is for any real numbers, AB belongs to real numbers, either is less than equal to B or is, so this is the first equation. Okay, now let's just compare the snip text with the original text for any two real numbers, either, so total order. This is the correct. But what we need to do is to refine a little bit, means we need to change the equation from here. So the second equation from here is if we have three elements from the real number. And okay, so this is the transitivity property, and we have to switch the line through the transitivity property. Okay, so now we have second equation, and for the third equations, so it looks uh, almost correct, but we have to uh, proofread it, and just we just need to modify a little bit. So this is the Mathpix tool, which can snip mathematic. How can one get the Mathpix? Okay, so you can install it on the, okay, just like okay, let me just share the link of the Mathpix. So Mathpix is a, okay, so let me just share the link on the okay, so I shared the Mathpix. This is uh, not free. This is paid, but it's monthly charges are around I think $4. So if you are for example writing a uh, writing lecture notes and articles, and so maybe I think maybe you can I think it's not that much you can afford it. But there are some free number of snips you can use in a day, but it's not I think totally free. Some of the attempts are free, but not completely free. But even maybe you can you two friends or maybe a group of four friends can buy one, and you can divide into $1. So maybe I think your four you can buy, and you can divide $1 per each per person. So maybe I think it will be this will be the easiest strategy to buy Mathpix. So yeah, maybe you can use this one. Okay, so and here you can download from this website, and you can install it as an application on your desktop computer. Okay, so if once you will install it, so we also require internet for this snipping tool. Okay, so okay, so this is very efficient. For example, if you are writing your thesis, I think it will be very beneficial for snipping some definition. And for example, if you are writing your calculation on your on page, and you now you want to convert it into LaTeX because you have to write your report or thesis or maybe articles. So I think this is very on regularly basis, it is very beneficial. I think you should have it. So okay, so uh, okay, so uh, next thing, understand. Okay, so frames. Uh, and okay, now one thing I uh, need to show you guys. Okay, this is a frame, right? So we discussed three types of alignments here: for center alignments, for top alignments, and for bottom alignments. So you can use uh, C, T, and B. So if I use, let's say by default, it's central alignment. So if you use T just next to frame and enclosed by square bracket. So if you use this syntax in code editor, so now your text is aligned top, right? So if you want to align it at bottom, so you can use B. So if you use B alignment, so if you want your text at bottom, so you can use B to align it at bottom. Okay, so but by default, if you are not using any symbol, it means by default it will be central alignment. Okay. Now packages. So much LaTeX functionality is available in packages, LaTeX packages, which are written and maintained by many developers. So include packages in preamble with use package name command. You can add package if you want to add pictures, if you want to add tables. So you have to add package first, and then you can create table or you can insert pictures. So documentations for individual packages is available at ctan.org. So this is a website. I just want to show you one thing which is very interesting. So here these are the individual packages, and one of the package which are many very interesting here. If you click on this and you will see the package detail here. Let me just show you. Okay, so this one is the uh, package where you can discuss all the diagrams you use in Euclidean geometry. Okay, so this is the LaTeX package, and you will see every pictures in every diagram in this. Okay, so every picture and every diagram in this article is designed and created on LaTeX. For example, this one is the very basic pictures. It's a line with the two points A and B. And then this picture is created on LaTeX. And then this picture uh, is, okay, this picture is designed on LaTeX. And here is the code for that using uh, TIX picture package. And similarly, this picture is created on LaTeX. This pictures, this diagram is created on LaTeX, right? So here is the package for Euclidean geometry diagram. You will need to, if you need to write one of these diagram, maybe while preparing lecture notes and maybe in your report, so you can discuss the you can study the code from here, you can retrieve the code from here, and you can edit in your documents. And the second thing is for the molecular, for example, for the pictures, for students who are working in uh, chemistry. So here is this is the a package, individual package for editing chemical equations or chemical diagrams in LaTeX. So here are all the codes, and here you can design uh, your LaTeX document if you are working in this area. Okay. Okay. So in local LaTeX installation, it is important to regularly download package updates. Even if you are working on a overleaf online, you need to add package before executing any LaTeX command. For example, for example, here are these essential packages. So one is input enc allows scented and special characters. So font enc controls font encoding, graphics for inserting and resizing images, and so on. AMS Math for writing AM symbols, mathematical symbols, theorems, and equations. Geometry packages related to the adjusting page, margins, and layout. Then these are essential packages, and then we have document design and utility packages for customized header and footer, control sections, heading styles, and so on. For example, the last one is very interesting, TIKZ, which is for drawing pictures and diagrams programmatically. So this one is my favorite one. So for references and citation, you can use LaTeX for managing bibliographies and citations, and URL for formats, and for dealing with URLs, and CS codes for uh, dealing with quotations formatting. Okay, so the next thing is, okay, let me show you one of the package here. For example, if you want to add if you want to add pictures, so here in my presentation I use these packages. For these are the default packages for dealing with the font and the margins and so on. And the next is we have packages for dealing with tables, uh, tabular X, book tabs, X color, array. And then we have packages for justifying text. And then we have package for adding LaTeX syntax. And then we have package for generating pictures like I showed you in the Euclidean geometry package. And then we can add graphics if you want to add pictures. So let me just use the graphics package. Okay, so for graphics package, okay, let's go back to okay. So graphics package we have to add here. So without graphics package, we cannot insert picture in your document. Okay. So here, let me just include this picture. Okay, which is the okay. Let me just add this picture. Okay. So you need to upload if you are working on overleaf. So and then you can uh, rename it by pick one. Okay, you can name it according to your own choice. And then we need a code for uh, inserting picture on your uh, document. So let's just create a new page. The new page on Beamer slide can be created by frame. So begin frame, frame. Okay, so frame title. So picture, adding picture. So as we are add, adding picture in this, let me just recompile it to see next page on our presentation slides. Okay, so this is the new page we created on our presentation slide, but now we want to uh, add the pictures. So for pictures, we need a LaTeX code. So what is the code for pictures? Okay, so here I added some of the pictures here. So I can copy the uh, code from here. Let me just see image and then caption. Okay, so okay, so this is the code. Let me just remove the caption for the moment. Okay, so include graphics, width, line width, and here you need to add the picture, uh, the name of your picture. So the name of our picture is pic one, PIC one, and then recompile it. And you will see in this way you can insert your picture, right? So, okay. And if you want to add caption, so you can add the caption here. Okay. So Overleaf uh, is a software. Okay, let's see. Okay, so here you can see the caption of the pictures now. So this is how you can add the picture on your LaTeX document. Okay, so next thing is the macros. So what are macros? Macros in LaTeX is a custom command that simplifies repetitive tasks. It allows you to define your own command for text, formatting, symbols, or mathematical expressions. Uh, uh, for example, I need to define this macro. So, for example, if I'm using, for example, if I'm using this uh, command again and again. So, for example, let me just show you. And before defining the macros, let's just create a new page, uh, and okay. So now we can define in our preamble. So new command, my name, and so I am defining this macro. Okay, so let's just double check. New command, my name, Ali Raza. Okay, so here recompile it, and if I want to use my name here, for example, backslash my name that I defined. So this is the macro. Wherever I write this, it will insert my name. For example, if I want to define a text, or maybe if I want to find a longer text, so I can define it by my name, or maybe according to your choice. In this way, you can define the macro in your computer. So link for where we can get the text image code to edit. Okay. So, okay, I will share these slides and the code at the end of the lecture. Okay, so why we use macros to avoid typesetting the same code repeatedly to ensure consistent formatting across documents, to simplify mathematical or symbol heavy expressions, to create dynamics, templates, or reusable blocks. For example, uh, if we are writing a theorem or lemma, in mathematics. These are the mathematical. So if we are writing, so we can define. We have if we have to define the theorem and proof or lemma in our so it's better to write in a proper way. So for that, for example, we have to define the new theorem. This is the macro, and we can define lemma, and then if we can define new theorem for corollary, and then we can define the macros for proposition or conjecture. So these are the mathematical objects. If you define it once, then you can use it again and again without defining every time. So okay, so begin theorem. So for example, theorem is not defined yet. Okay, so let me just check. So begin theorem. Okay, so in some so as we are using overleaf online, so but if you will be using offline, if you will be using offline editor, then it not works every time. But if you are working on overleaf, it's easier to work on overleaf because you don't need to define some of the macros, because it also sometimes it's automatically take from the overleaf library. Okay, so here is a theorem. If you want to define theorem, you can define in this way, right? So these are the macros. So in the similar way, if you, let's just say if there is a corollary, or maybe say if there is a lemma defined here. uh, okay, yes. So let's just see. Okay, so okay, so let's just see if, okay. So these are the macros, but maybe sometimes there are some things maybe which is not predefined. So coro, so corollary. So let's just see if it is defined. Okay, so it's done. Okay, so maybe sometimes it's not defined. Maybe these are in this template. So you can so these are the macros. Sometimes you need to define, and because if you are using offline, it is defined. But if you are using overleaf, so you can define these macros to write your theorem and in your document. Okay, so list in LaTeX, atomize, begin atomize. So these are the bullet points with bullets defined by square box. And then if you want numbering as a list, you can write it as a enumerate. And then if you want a sub list, so you can define the enumerate in your enumerate, right? So for example, let me just define it here. So okay, so begin enumerate item 1. Okay, so this is bullet point 1 list number. And then if you define second item, you will get second second uh, bullets as a number. And for example, and then if you define enumerate, atomize, you will get the bullet points. So you will get the bullet points. Okay, okay, these are the bullets points. And then we have advanced mathematical equations. So aligned equations. So how you can write equations in your documents. So for that, let me just create a new frame, begin frame. And for writing equation, you need you need to define the you need to write the uh, mathematical equations in your LaTeX code. Start with equations. So begin equations is equal to mx square. So let's see, this is equations. And okay, so now for this purpose, I can use the, for example, now I don't need to write. So for this purpose, I will use Mathpix snipping tool to snip the mathematical equations. So here we have 4 options now. First option, second, and third options. So without dollar sign, with dollar sign, and with double dollar sign. So if you, so maybe you can try one by one. So okay, so let's try the third one. Okay. Okay, so here you can use Mathpix tool to convert your mathematical equations into LaTeX. And it's always better to present your equations in a nice way. So if you are writing if you are writing a presentation, so then use the block for equations to present it in a nice way. Okay, so and then you can also align it to the center. So in the similar way, you can use Mathpix to write, uh, you can use Mathpix to snip your matrix, your uh, integral equations, every math symbol. So this is the confidence and this is the original, and here are 4 options where you can see the Mathpix is converting the mathematical equations into LaTeX. So here are some more equations, and let's try using Mathpix to convert the mathematical equations into LaTeX code. So here, these are the original equation. This is actually the output of the LaTeX code, and the confidence is maximum. And you can compare here. The most of the components are the commas are missing, so that's why maybe the confidence of software is a bit lower. So but you can check most of the components are uh, very correct. And then You can add pictures in your documents. I already showed you how you can add pictures. Then you can add 2 pictures side by side, and then maybe you can add 4 pictures side by side. Uh, and here we have
Sorry,
LaTeX
Dr.
code for
Raza,
tables
hate
and
to
so on.
interrupt. We've
Yeah.
got, just noticed we've reached the time limit for
Okay.
this lecture today. If we can
Yes.
carry on with the rest next week, I think you've done very well so far to cover some content.
Thank
Before
you.
we wrap up, are there any questions that anyone would like to ask? I see there are none in the chat or Q&A that have been addressed. So if anyone would like to raise their hand or put a question in the chat. Yes, I see there's a raised hand. You can talk. You can unmute yourself.
Hello. Yeah,
Yes.
hello.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What my question is he talked about different text editors and I don't know the particular one he used. And could he also make it clearer that this text editor is useful for this part of, like now he said article or thesis or books, you know, he should specify, because what he did, I don't know the one he used, it overleaf, or I don't know what he used for the maths equations for him to get all the way he was writing the equations. I couldn't get it properly.
Okay, so there are 2 tools I'm using. So the one is the text maker, which I'm currently showing in my screen. Can you see? Yeah, can you see the screen? The editor currently I'm showing on my screen is the text maker, which is the offline.
Okay, I've not seen the screen. I can only see LaTeX editor. Then I saw LaTeX. Okay, Mathpix. I've not seen any. I can't say this is what the one you use.
So actually, there are two. There are in this in today lecture, I use 2 tools. The one is the offline, and the other is the online. The offline tool is actually the text editor is text maker, right? And the online is Overleaf. So I use Overleaf for creating documents online, and the text maker I used creating documents offline, because sometimes you
Offline.
don't have internet access, right? So
Okay.
uh, so so if you don't have internet access, and you need to meet the deadline, for example, last night my internet was creating problems, so I use the offline editor to create these presentations. So if you have internet, you can use the Overleaf.
Okay. So which means they are doing the same thing?
I'm doing the same thing, but using 2 different editors. One text editor is offline and one text editor is online. So either you can use online or you can use offline. Okay. So but most of the time I used offline in this lecture.
Okay. You use text maker and
Overleaf.
overlay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. The other
Overleaf is,
one,
yes. The other
mint
ones,
text.
yeah, there are other ones as well, but MikTeX is actually the distribution. The environment means if if you install this first, then you can edit. If you don't install this first, you can't edit, because it will not execute without the MikTeX.
Okay. Like, okay.
Like,
Personally, I
yeah,
use Text Studio. I use Text Studio,
yeah.
and Text Studio, it comes with some of the packages, and you don't need to, unless there's a particular thing you want in your report or in your thesis that you now had to import, go and look for a package for it and add up, you know?
Yeah,
And
yes.
it works straight like that.
So it depends which editor you which text editor LaTeX editor you are using. So for example, if you maybe on some editors you need to add package every time. Uh, for example, on text maker you have to add packages every time, and sometimes online as on Overleaf as well.
Okay. No, I
Yeah.
don't use that type. Okay, thank you very much.
Yes. Okay, well.
Okay, thank you, everybody. Sorry, we don't have time for more questions right now. We have to stick to our time limits, but we'll be back again next week with the next lecture. And if you have any more questions by then feel free to ask them. But we will return next week then. Thank you, Dr. Raza, for the great lecture.
You're welcome. Yeah.
Yeah, look forward to seeing you again next week.
Yeah. See
Thank
you.
you.
Bye.
Bye, everyone.
Yeah.